Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP. Tonight Andre and I will be playing the pickup game of Chain of Command. So tonight's game is going to be about as generic as it can get. I've been out of town all week, so I haven't really had time to set anything more elaborate up. So we decided just to do American Rifle or Armored Rifle Platoon versus regular Heer Infantry Platoon. The mission we're going to do is mission 3 from the book, Attack and Defend. So Andre will be playing the Germans on defense. He'll be able to deploy 4 patrol markers within 18 inches of that edge. And the American attackers will get 4 patrol markers anywhere along this edge. And the attackers will also get D6 free moves, and we will each get 3 jump off points. Force support will be 2d6, and the defender will get half of that. But the difference in platoon rating means that Andre is actually going to get 4 more support points because I'm rated +4 and he's rated 0. So terrain wise, standard European terrain that we always do. 4-inch visibility through the hedges, hardcover for the walls, hardcover for the buildings, and that's really it. Orchard, this is an orchard. So 6-inch visibility, and then these are woods here. And you're already behind the hedge, so it's not going to really affect too much. I did steal this map from the Kampfgruppe von Luke pint-sized campaign. So if it looks familiar, that's why. The only thing I added was this wall here. So that is it for the briefing. We'll take a look at the forces. Here we have the attacking American force. So this is an armored rifle platoon. It's a +4 on the force rating. So we start off with 2 senior leaders with carbines. We have 1 headquarters squad with 7 men and a sergeant with rifle. We have two line squads. Each are 10 rifles, 1 SMG, a sergeant with rifle as well. And you have the option to form bazooka teams with them. So I did. I took 2 men out of this squad and made this bazooka team here. We also have 1 60mm mortar with 5 crew, and we have a machine gun squad which consists of 2 30 caliber machine guns with 5 crew each and a junior leader with rifle. So that is the armored rifle platoon. Now we'll go take a look at the Heer platoon. This is the German Heer Infantry Platoon. So it's not the standard, or not standard, it's not the usual platoon you usually see on this channel with the Panzer Grenadier squad with 2 machine guns. These consist of 1 rifle team with 6 men, a 2-man LMG team with MG42 and 1 extra rifleman, and a squad leader with SMG. There's also 1 Panzerfaust per squad, and we have 1 senior leader, lieutenant with machine pistol, and also in this platoon is a Panzerschreck team. So something a little different, some long-range AT fire, organic to the platoon. I don't know if Andre would rather have that or an extra machine gun per squad. Probably machine gun, but
those were brutal. But I understand your reluctance to go up against them on a attack defend.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, Andre, no flame. I'm putting a moratorium on flamethrowers. So for the next few games, we're not bringing no flamethrowers allowed. There just seem to be too omnipresent in our games lately. So
they're good.
They're very good. So we're going to try a game without flamethrowers and do it the old-fashioned way. So anyway, that's it. So we'll roll up our force morale and support and do the patrol phase. So first we'll roll force morale. We're both regular. Oh god, I'm at a 1, so I'm at an 8. Andre's at a 10. And 2d6. Actually, I rolled a 2d6.
Okay.
Although I'll take that. And you get half of whatever I roll. 4. That's not going to be good for the Americans. So you get 2, but you get 4 more. So you actually got more support than I do. I have nice. 4 support. So a poorly supported, not very motivated American platoon is going to try and win the game. I guess I never did mention the objective. The objective is to drive the enemy off the board through force morale or voluntarily. But since this is not a campaign, who cares? So force the enemy off the board and keep your own force morale at 3. So that's it for the brief. Now I'll go ahead and do the patrol phase. Patrol phase complete. So I got 3 free moves with my D6, and I wound up with 1 in the orchard here, 1 here in the orchard, and my last one is over there along the edge. And Andre wound up with 1 right there, 1 right there, and then 1 in that building there. So 4 support points for me. Andre's got 6 for half of what I got, plus the force rating difference. And now we will go over our plans. Okay, so the American plan. I only have 4 support points, so it's not super great. He actually has more support points than I do, and he's defending. So really, my only option is to bring the 81mm mortar battery. These two here are pretty close together. If I can get the barrage to land in there, I can shut them down. They're almost close enough. They're about 1 inch apart from being 18 inches between this one and this one, which would have been something to get that barrage down and shut down all of his, but I do need him to deploy something so I can shoot at it. So my plan will be to shut these 2 with the battery, and hopefully it lasts. Hopefully it doesn't, he doesn't roll 666, or I don't, or it doesn't somehow end before I get a chain of command dice. So I'm going to drop the battery on those 2. I can deploy right up to this wall from this jump off point, so I'm going to get my machine gun section in here and cover along that wall there. His other deployment point is in here, so he'll be able to deploy into this area. But I have a squad with 2 machine guns in it, which can lay down quite a bit of shooting. So I'm going to cover that area with machine guns, and I guess the rest of the stuff I'll just deploy in the orchard and try to make it across, and maybe get along the hedge and try to get in and take those jump off points, I suppose. So that's my plan, what I can do with 4 support points, and hopefully it works.
The German plan. Well, as close as I can tell, it's gonna primarily be about this triangle of woods here. So Travis has to make some sort of an offensive move, and there's quite a bit of open ground out here and out there. But this triangle of woods, to me, kind of looks like it's going to be the center of the action. I've got the jump off point in there. I'm thinking I'm going to throw out some bait in there. One, maybe 2 sections, I'm not sure, and just see what Travis does. I've got the machine gun, which I purposely shot for a jump off point back there in that building, just to be able to do a machine gun back there in partial cover, covering down the road crossing. And I really like the idea of being able to get into this cover and just be difficult to deal with, and able to pull back if things get too hectic. So not completely hanging back, but I'm primarily going to see where Travis comes in, and I've got lots of cover to come in behind and well, basically put a hurt on him. So not real complex, but basically if he's got the mortar barrage off table coming in that he's gonna walk over me, then I'm gonna, for the most part, want to be kind of hunkered down out of the table area anyway. So we'll see soon.
All right, plan's over. Andre has a higher force morale, so he gets to go first.
If I can keep the dice on the table. What a way to start the day.
Hey, you got 2 chain of command points.
And
a 1.
And a double phase.
Okay. So are you going to bring anything in with the 1?
Well, that would be...
Panzer Shrek team.
I guess I could cover the road for your tank.
Alright. Yeah, I don't have...
I'm figuring Travis probably isn't going to deploy his tank yet, so we'll go ahead and roll again.
Tank.
And I'm already up to 3.
Tank platoon.
And I can bring both my senior leaders in. I will go ahead and defer to the Americans. You know I'm not good at traditional defense.
I can bring all 3 of my senior leaders in and 2 squads.
Wow.
So I brought in my machine gun squad and my headquarters squad with the 7 rifles and leader, and then I brought in my platoon my platoon leader as well. And everyone's gone on Overwatch. Now it is the German phase. 2 more. You're gonna be up there. That's not good for me.
I'm building them fast.
Yeah, too fast.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pass. I don't see anything out there that makes me think I'm gonna be able to get a great upper hand on you at the moment.
Okay. All right.
Whoa, you're making a comeback.
Yes, I need that. And
see
another
that.
4 and a 3. So I brought my big rifle squad in, the one that wasn't used to create the bazooka team. I brought them in here. And what the hell, I might as well put them on Overwatch. Even though they don't have nothing to shoot at, but at least they're doing something. So back to the Germans. Alright, forgot one.
I can't just leave that 5 out there.
Pre-positioned 5, yeah.
Yeah, now I don't have any 5s. Come on, Travis.
Good. I don't want you to have 5s yet.
Oh.
So
Okay.
You could bring in a couple squads, a Panzerschreck team, and a senior
It's a
leader.
great roll if you're trying to do something.
But you're just waiting.
Well,
We'll let
I'll
Andre.
get back to you.
Andre did deploy some stuff. Brought a squad in the woods there. Brought an MG42 team in as one of his support options in this building here. He brought a senior leader in that shed. And the machine gun is covering this area here on Overwatch. Alright, back to the Americans. Alright, another 5. I'm at 4 now.
Woohoo!
And still no 1s. Yay! That's what I need is 1s. With the 2 these guys ran, they got 15. So they actually started here, so I brought this other squad in as well. Put them on Overwatch with the 3. With the 2, those guys got a 15-inch run, took a pin, or shock I should say, up there. And that's all I'm going to do, so back to the Germans. The machine gun covering that road really kind of hindered my plan a little bit. Oh well. Look at that, 2 more 5s. Hey, and 2 4s. You can bring 2 more senior leaders in, Andre.
Sweet.
Andre's senior leader. He ran over to the tree there, and then he ordered this squad to move up and form a firing line along the hedge. They hear some cursing and boots rattling and gear over here. So getting ready and move right on to the American phase. Yes.
You're rolling like me.
And I still can't get a 1. Totally lame. What is
But
that?
you can bring all your senior leaders.
The rest of my senior leaders can come in. I had a whole squad of senior leaders, so. Okay, that's it for me. Load to develop. Well, can I have a couple of those?
There's a bunch of 1s.
I'll take
I don't know
one.
what's so hard about rolling 1s.
I just want one of them.
1 1?
Actually, 2. I need 2 1s.
2 1s? I got a pair of 1s.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
This squad was put on Overwatch, and the lieutenant just backed up towards the edge of the house, so back to the Americans again. Come on, 1. There we go.
Woohoo!
Been saving them up, I guess, huh? Okay, so I brought everything in except my platoon sergeant. So this squad moved up. 3d6 took a shock, so they made it to the hedge. These guys took a shock off, moved up tactical 2 inches, trying to avoid that 4-inch distance from the hedge. And then I also brought in my 60 mil mortar and my bazooka team. And my spotter with the blue base, he's contacted the battery and is the German phase. Andre still got a lot of stuff off the board.
Double phase.
Double phase, a 5, and then a 4 and a 1. Andre's doing nothing with this first phase.
Another wasted double phase. Rolling some more 1s just to show off for Travis.
Oh, I'm good on 1s now. Thanks, though.
Oh, okay.
You had a 5 though? Did you already add it? You had a 5 in that last.
On the last one, yeah.
Okay.
And your turn.
All right. Need to get a 4.
A 4.
There's
a couple
a 4.
3s. Another chain of command dice.
Lots of stuff.
Woohoo!
Okay. I tried to bring my platoon sergeant in over here, but then I realized I didn't have a 1, so I had to use my platoon leader to activate the spotter. He's going to call in a ranging shot right there. And then with the 2-3s, these guys moved up 1 inch tactically and they went on Overwatch. And now I will try to land my ranging shot on an 8+. No. Let's see what that is. So 1d6 deviation from that point there. So that way 2 inches.
Sounds like a hit to me.
Which would be fine with me. And German phase. No double phase, but man, a lot of squads can come in.
Wow. Yeah. Hey guys, there's a barrage. Let's go check out the smoke.
Hey, you see that smoke cloud? I heard a noise.
Go check out that smoke. See if there's anything in it.
Okay. And you have a bunch of 2s and a 3 and a 1. Okay, so Andre moved this squad over and by teams. Machine gun team moved up first. Everyone else followed. He's going to fire and then go on Overwatch. It's Spetsnaz.
Woohoo! You didn't know about that special German rule, did you?
No, I did not. I'd be using that if I knew about it. But yeah, so he moved up there. He's barely 4 inches from this. I mean, I was so close to being able to see him with these guys on Overwatch, but very close. And then the lieutenant just kind of skedaddled over to there.
Went 5 inches on 3 dice.
And that is the German phase. Ooh.
You may use your senior leaders.
So I can bring my last senior leader in.
I don't know. Which one were you going to use? Or should I say, which 3 were you going to use?
Yeah, all of them. All right, then. I'm going to... Okay. All right, so the platoon leader over there ordered the barrage in. So there it sits. He is like a half, or not even a half inch from it there, which... If it would have actually drifted just 3, I would have been a lot better off. But anyway,
how is this squared up? How is the square? I couldn't quite tell from.
Just square from where the firer is.
So from this guy?
Yeah.
So it's square here?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the 60 mil mortar fire on these guys first before I decide what I want to do with them. So I don't have direct line of sight. These guys do. So I need 5s. So not a hit. Okay. That was a great mortar shot. Let me think about it. Okay, these guys are just going to sit and fire everything. I can only see the machine gun team and 2 rifles from the rifle team. So I am within regular range, so firing the Garands at the guys in the hedge. And I get to re-roll 1s. I didn't forget this time. Ooh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, Andre.
What?
7 hits with the Garand. I shall split them up. Well, however you want. I guess 4 on the 2 riflemen that I can see, and then 3 on the machine gun.
Okay.
Okay. So you got 2 shock on the rifles, and 2 dead on the machine gun.
Is it going to be one of those nights again?
I don't know. So roll your leader. No, you got lucky. So 2 dead on the machine gun team and 2 shock on the rifle
Barrage
team.
and everything, you're probably safe.
Yeah, so I did bring my platoon sergeant in. I could get, since these guys didn't move, I originally wanted to move them up with marching fire. And I did, but then I realized I didn't have a 3. It takes an order to do that. And if I brought him in and ordered them to do it, he'd be out here on his own, so I didn't do that. But now that they didn't move, he can deploy 6 from the jump off point. He's safe attached to them. So yeah, he's down to 1 machine gunner. There he is there. And Andre's going to have to spend some time reorganizing that squad. So go right into the German phase.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, you can't reorganize. You did get 3 more 5s. And 2 4s. Alright, so Andre, his last support is another senior leader, which he brought into the barrage.
It's a brave man.
He's very brave, but these guys needed help. So he reorganized the platoon, or the squad. He said, get 2 men from the rifle team over to the machine gun team, and he did. He took a shock off We're assuming he can do all this through the barrage. I don't know.
He's just pinned. He's not...
Technically, they can't see each other, so I don't know if that's even really legal. Don't
Well,
you have to
he's
have line of sight to do something like that? I mean, how
He's
would he...
attached to him. He's within 4 inches.
Yeah, but he... Oh my God. Andre, every time we get into something like this when I play with you. Every single time. Okay, well anyway, just do it. It doesn't matter. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to fire 9 shots from the machine gun team into these
If
guys.
there's anybody over there, get 2 more men over on the machine gun.
I was going to say, how would he even know they were there?
He was walking up when the barrage came in.
Okay.
All right, so 9 shots.
9 shots.
Needing 2s?
Needing 4s. Oh my, not a very good roll, Andre.
Oh.
1, 2, 3 hits. Wow.
This is going downhill rapidly.
But you got to kill.
And
Oh no! See which one it is. It's the junior leader. He's knocked unconscious.
and 2 shock.
And 2 shock. And a bad thing for the leader being knocked out. That's probably not very good. Junior leader on a 5 is a -1, so I'm down to a 7 all of a sudden.
Yeah, well,
So it's not too bad.
the good news is I'm ending the turn.
Ending the turn.
Yes.
Okay. And I'll keep the barrage going with my dice then.
Okay.
And then I will take my phase, I guess. Are you done?
Yeah.
Watch me roll 666. Then you could have not ended the turn. Okay, actually, well, this guy gets back up then.
Yep, he does.
Okay, so
You lost all your Overwatch. I lost my Overwatch.
so this is what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so with the 3, I took a shock off, and I'm going to fire back at them. Should I do a move, a 1d6 move, because I have marching fire, and then I wouldn't be able to take a shock off. We'll just do it. So 9 shots. Re-rolling 1s. Man, these guys are good shots. Nope. So only 2, 4, 7 hits.
Only 7.
Only
I should be
7.
grateful, shouldn't I?
Yes. And then, yeah, do that first, and then I'm going to fire the 60mm mortar at them as well. So
Okay, so 4 on the rifles.
1 shock.
And
Machine gun, another dead machine gun, and a shock on the machine gun. Check your leader. Nope. Man, they're in a meat grinder there, that machine gun team. So 3 HE from the 60mm mortar. 1 hits in the open, reduces your cover. So a shock on, well, I guess
Group of
the
my
machine
choice,
gun.
right?
Machine gun. No, because they're in the open,
Oh,
so I
in
get
the
to pick.
open.
And then I'm going to move the barrage. So four hits from the 8 centimeter mortar that I moved this way. 4 onto the machine gun. That's 1 hit, and then 4 onto the rifle team. Nothing. Just 1 hit on the machine gun team. Nothing.
whew.
Because you're pinned in light cover, so that means you're in light cover. So nothing. And that's it. So Andre, all he needs is 1 more 5 to end the barrage.
I need a 5. Badly.
You'll get it.
Hey, a 4 and a 1. And another 4 and a 1.
2 5s.
Look at me go.
Alright, I need a 1. Oh, double phase though. No 1.
No 1.
But I did get a 4, so I could put everyone back in that fire base over there on Overwatch, at least. And, well, I can't fire the mortar anymore. I guess I really can't do a whole lot, can I? Just back. No! Oh, great. Well, there goes the barrage. Yeah, and the end of the barrage. And a 3. So those guys just moved up tactically 3 inches. The barrage is now gone. Turn over, so all the Overwatch goes away again.
And the tactical.
Oh man. The tactical. Gotta call the barrage in again. Damn it.
Well, you can do everything.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do is with the 3, I'm gonna move this squad up. They marching fire 2d6. They got up there, so half effect for the American rule. So 15 shots, but 7 needing 4s. 2 whole hits. Split them up.
2 hits. So we'll take 1 on the machine gun.
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
1 on the rifles.
All right, now this squad, or I'm going to fire the mortar at them. The 6, so with the 4, my platoon leader is going to have the 60mm mortar fire 1 hit. Ooh, a dead on the machine gun. Check your leader. Oh, so a dead machine gun, so you're down to 1 on the machine gun again, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then these guys will fire
I can't believe they don't have any shock.
12 shots. I know, after all they've been through.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3. Luckily I can reroll 1s. I forgot to reroll 1s on that last one.
You made up for it on this one.
I'm sure I had some
that's
1s.
obscene.
2 more.
Wow.
So 6 hits. And I guess 3 on the 1 rifleman that can be seen, and 3 on the machine gunner.
3 on the rifleman.
3 shock. And the machine gun is toast.
Okay.
So check your leader. The 1. No. Alright, so roll bad thing. Team wiped out. I'll check it. So the lieutenant with his last 2 commands, he put both of these squads back on Overwatch. And with the 1, I'm going to see if the battery will help us out anymore. So the spotter is going to contact the battery and see what they say. Yeah, they're like, sorry, you're done. Well, that puts a serious hinder in my plan.
Yep.
Oh man, that's the worst possible thing
You
that could
did
have
not
happened.
get as far as you needed to with that barrage.
No, I did not. Well, the whole point was to get the guy in on the first turn, or first phase. But yeah.
Well, I still don't have my second die, but I got a small straight.
Yeah, okay. So that squad just, he pulled a bunch of shock with the senior leader, junior leader, and ordered them back. So got all the shock off and was able to pull back into the wood line to their American phase. Hey, I can do something with my senior leaders.
Woohoo!
In my worthless spotter.
Senior leader day.
And a 3. Alright, I don't know if, did I ever go over this? I don't remember. But I got these guys up to the hedge. These guys are going to try to swing around. They only get a very good move. Removed all the shock. And then over here, I wound up throwing 3 smoke grenades to try to block the road from the MG42. And I did finally get all 3. And Andre is going to fire his Overwatch at this squad that was behind the wall moving over. Leading 6s, long range with the smoke. Whoa.
I'll take it.
5 hits still. I thought the smoke grenade would do a lot more for me.
It should have.
Yeah. 2 shock, 3 shock. Could have been worse.
Should have been worse.
Should have been.
But.
And that is it for me. I can do nothing else. So, German phase. You still got 2 squads you haven't even brought in yet. I think this attack is pretty much going to be toast here because
Chain of command dice.
Without the barrage, it's going to be damn tough. And no armor or anything. And I have no line of sight.
A 1, a 2, and a 3.
Okay. So Andre has moved this squad up with 1d6, what's left of it. He's going to fire on them. But my this machine gun squad team is going to fire his Overwatch at them. So
I'm in heavy cover.
Super heavy cover. So it's 6 hits. And they're all one team now, right? So
Yeah. So what do I get for 2 things of smoke, a hedge,
no,
and
the
a...
smoke, that's right. It adds +1 to mine. What did I roll? I have to check. Correction, it's only 2 hits because of the smoke. Leading 5s. So nothing.
I'll take it.
Okay, so you
So
fire
that
back.
Overwatch is...
Well, no.
Oh.
This team's still on Overwatch.
Okay. All
they were
right.
put on separately, so
So
you get
my shots back.
Yep.
So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And minus, well, half of that.
For the machine guns also, or do they fire at full effect?
They get 2 shots each if they're 6 inches, which are more than 6.
No. Okay, I'm thinking of a different game.
You have no
Assault
machine
weapons.
guns.
The submachine guns.
Yeah, so they would get 2 shots each at that range. And then 1 shot for the rifles, so half of that. So what do you have total there?
So the whole thing's halved, even though I've got assault weapons?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Wrong game. So it was 8, so that would be 4.
Okay, 4s, needing 5s. Okay, 1 hit.
1 hit.
That's a shock because I'm in the open. I've got to get out of the open.
And the machine gun.
The machine gun's going to fire 2, so 10 shots. I don't think he'll do as good this time as he did last time. So 1 hit. Nothing. Okay. And you were going to bring another squad in, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
So another squad has come in there. He's going to fire over here, needing 5s because of the smoke. Re-rolling 1s? No.
Re-rolling 1s, 2s, and 3s. Okay, not horrible.
How many?
7.
These guys are screwed. Yeah, so 4 dead and 3 shock. Or 2 shock. So leader. No, it's not him, but it's 4 dead and 2 shock. I should have known I wasn't going to be able to make it across that road. They are pinned, so that's the only benefit of that.
Not the best spot to choose to be pinned, but
No, they're in trouble, big time.
but it is.
My whole plan is in trouble.
It is your turn.
I'll never be able to root you out of these woods. There's just no way. Not without some HE of some type. Or the barrage. Of course, the barrage, I don't even know really what was my plan there because it can't kill you. It can't really do much to you. Except let me move up.
Yeah.
And then eventually I'm going to have to get into those woods. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do here. So 3 and 2 4s.
You're closing in.
Yeah, well,
But
it's desperation. So the senior leader here with the 4, he ordered them over. They got a good roll. They got within 4, and we're going to say they're hitting them from behind because they're behind them. Kind of a flank behind, but
I was
not
definitely
moving
focused
head on.
the other way.
yeah, he's facing this way.
Well, I'm actually facing, well.
And then these
shooting
guys
that
were
way.
got to really get a run, and they got up and lined the hedge. And the 3, I took 2 shock off here, so they're down to 4. And the other 4, I have the lieutenant's going to have this team fire. This team doesn't have line of sight to anything. This machine gun team can fire. He's actually going to fire at the big squad, and the mortar is going to fire at the big squad. So do mortar first. Direct line of sight, so 4s. Re-rolling 1s? No, never mind. Just 1 hit. Put it on the machine gun team, please.
1 hit on the machine gun.
Yep. Come on, 6. No. And then my machine gun will fire. Needing 5s because of the smoke, so only 2.
So 1 of each.
Yeah, 1 on each.
Machine gun.
So shock on the machine gun. Alright, and we are within fisticuffs range here, so we'll get the dice together. So Andre used his chain of command dice to interrupt, and he pulled back, which was probably a good move, because they would have been annihilated. That shock, I think, belongs to that machine gun.
Okay,
team there.
yeah, right.
And that's it for me, so your phase.
I'm still amazed they don't have shock on them.
Well, you took like 5 shock off in 1 phase earlier, so
Yeah,
that was a good move.
it worked. Okay.
2, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so after a long debate if he should assault me or not, he decided against it. Even though only being at 7 force morale and 2 senior leaders it would be a Hail Mary, but he could pretty much wipe out my whole force morale if he were to somehow win that. But I think
Travis seemed to think my odds were a little better than I was coming up with.
Well, I was just thinking because your force morale is still pretty high. You have no senior leaders in here. You could have taken the hit. I did have a lot of dice. I had 21. You had what, 13 or something?
Yeah.
And there's a good chance. I mean, you could have done some damage to my force morale. You would have taken a big hit, but you could survive it a lot more than I could.
Well, I could have survived it, but I would have lost too much of my firepower. Was where I was coming from.
So anyway, he's not going to do that. He's going to fire these guys at them. And
This
he also
seemed like a safer maneuver.
Yeah, and he also the MG42 just moved back into the road, in command of the senior leader who's behind that building.
And with my 3, I'm going to bring in one more team on Overwatch.
Another squad.
Another squad.
Okay. So needing 5s because of the smoke.
Re-rolling 1s and 2s.
Yes.
I have A5.
A5, alright.
Wow.
What'd I get?
A kill.
Yay! She was the leader. No, thankfully.
Ooh. So close.
He took his helmet off.
Bounced off his helmet and hit the guy next to him.
So I'm down to 3 dudes with 4 shock.
And
then he's going to bring his last squad in with the last 3, I guess. And the last squad he still has his Panzerschreck team, but...
I'm still waiting for your tank to come in.
Yeah, I have a platoon of 105 Shermans on the way.
They're coming.
He brought this last squad in and put them on Overwatch. So now we're in a complete Mexican standoff here in the woods. 4-inch visibility, so anyone that moves, as soon as you get within 4, you're visible, and as soon as you're within 4, you're in close combat. So the first person that moves up is going to initiate close combat, and it's going to get ugly fast. And yeah, so my phase would be nice about now. Hey, Dylan.
Double phase.
Hey, look at that, a chain of command dice. I haven't seen one of those for a little while. And a 2 and a 3. And you have no chain of you have no chain of command points, right?
None.
I removed 2 shock on this squad with the 3, so they're down to 2 shock with 3 guys. And with the 2, the machine gun squad just shifted over this way to get line of sight into the forest. So next phase. That's right, I got a double phase. So I need some. What do I need? Doesn't really matter at this point.
You need a chain of command dice.
I don't need that. And a 4 and a 2. Okay. 4 will do it. The 2, these guys are moving back over the hedge. They didn't get very far. Part of them made it, part of them didn't. With the 4, so the bazooka team moved around this way. They're going to try to get in position over here because they have HE. I think HE2, I believe. And then with the other 2, I'm going to have the machine gun team fire and the 60 mil mortar, and we're going to fire at that squad in the front. So the 2 machine guns get 20 shots. Sadly, can you hand me my dice cup, please? Sadly, that smoke that I threw is actually now becoming a hindrance to me. So it's one roll of 666. What's that? 3 hits?
Oh, more than that.
A little bit more.
6 hits.
Yep. And the smoke cost me only 2. That's a really bad roll. A lot of 1s through 3s. 6 hits.
Okay, so you're shooting at these guys.
Yeah, that squad up front there.
So I gotta spread them over those 3.
Well, you got 3 different squads there?
Yeah. Or 3 different teams.
Okay. Well, I was shooting at these, so that's a squad by it. Okay, but you still can split them up.
Okay.
So 2 each.
Alright, so the rifle's back here. Ouch.
Dead in the shock.
The machine gun.
Dead.
And the guys you were shooting at.
Dead in the shock. Wow. That's some
Okay!
accurate machine gun fire. And then my 60 millimeter mortar is going to fire at those same guys again. Ooh, 3 hits. So we'll split those up too. So did you take all your dead out? All right, let's figure this out. Okay, so these 2 are 1 squad, so he's going to roll their leader. No. This is the squad lined up here, so roll the leader for him. No.
Okay.
So it's 1 down out of every
each.
team.
Okay.
And then a shock on this squad, each team. And we also rolled 3 hits with the 60mm mortar as well. So roll a, I guess 1 per team again. So start over here. Shock. Nothing. Shock.
Wow.
So a shock on the rifles and a shock on these rifles. That was not
Are you done
bad.
yet?
Yeah.
That was annoying.
That was better than I hoped.
Well, I better get a double phase then, just to make up for
Nope.
it. That's shit.
So the first thing he has to do is the MG42 is going to fire at these guys here, needing 6s. Zing. Not a hit. Smoke's very
That's some thick smoke. It's knocking down 50 cal. Okay.
Alright, so then he's going to decide what to do with a 3 and a 2 in this cluster. So he's doing a hand grenade, and he's going to get this squad that was here, and they're going to swing around. He's got with him 4. He did hand grenade. He got 3 hits with the grenade. Hold on. Actually, they're hits. So I roll saves.
Okay.
So he rolled a 6, but it's -1 because I'm in soft cover. So it's 3 grenade hits still. So that's a dead. That's 1 grenade. A shock. That's 2 grenades. And another dead and a shock. That's 3 grenades. So check the leader. It's the leader, right? Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
See which one it is. The senior leader. He's lightly wounded. Okay, so I lose 1 man. Senior leader lightly wounded. Bad thing. Senior leader wounded on a 3. -1. So I'm down to 6. And I've taken 3 shock. Okay, so that's hand grenade portion complete. Now we'll count up the dice. Alright, so we count up the dice. After all said and done, I have, what did I say? I have 18, Andre has 16. Even 5s and 6s. Not too great for me.
Not too bad over here.
So what'd you get?
I got 2, 4, 6, 7.
I got 6, so you beat me by 1. Ah, shoot. Damn it. I didn't. Okay, I forgot to see what 5s and 6s. I think I had 3 6s.
Okay, that's what you were showing when you
Okay,
picked
so
it up.
so you got 7. So it's one of my leaders is obviously his. See which one it is. The senior. See what happens to him. He's knocked unconscious. So he's down.
That's probably the best thing that could have happened
So
for
let's
me.
see what happens to him, or a bad thing. And I don't have a 6 to do anything with. That's probably -1, so -1 again. Okay.
5.
All right. So you roll your leader. See which one it is. Senior. He's killed outright. So roll a bad thing there.
5.
Senior leader killed on a 5.
Gotta be -2.
-2. So I'm already down to 5, and then I lost. So you lost 7, right? Or you hit 7. So
Yeah.
6 die. So take out 6 of my guys, and you lost 5 plus the leader, and then I lost by 1, which means fall back 6 inches. And how many 6s did you get?
1, 2, 3.
So I think I break. So I was at 3 shock. I take 3 more. And I have, yeah, so these guys are going to break. 3 guys with 6 shock. Where'd my junior leader go? Oh, he's with them, okay. So take him with them. So and then you take 3 shock and lose 5 dudes. And the senior leader killed. So in the aftermath, they broke. They're running off. He's wounded. Luckily, Andre doesn't have a dice, but that doesn't mean 666 can't get rolled. These guys wound up with only 3 men left, and they're pinned with 5 shock. And he's got a 2 left. He's going to fire the machine gun at my machine gun team. All right.
So how many shots is that going to be?
9. If it's just the machine gun team, it would be 9. Because you have the machine gun team plus 1 rifleman, assuming he's not dead.
I'm not sure how to tell. I think that's him there, isn't it?
I tried to put kneeling guys with... so it looks like you don't have a machine...
So
I think you lost a member of that team at some point.
that's entirely possible. I've got a whole nother squad to come in over
No,
here.
I don't know. And a panther.
Sweet.
All right. Needing 5s. So 5 hits. 4 hits, okay. So 2 on the left machine guns team and 2 on the right.
On these guys?
Oh, you're shooting at those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were shooting at the machine guns.
No,
All right.
no.
So 2 dead. So they're gonna break. Let's check the leader. No. So it's 2 dead. Actually, that's good for the leader. That's just team wiped out, and he ignores shock. So he might get lucky and get a chance to do something. So, but I still need to roll a bad thing here. Of course, I rolled the worst one. It's probably -2. Team breaks or wiped out. -1. Really?
Wow.
6. So I'm down to 4. So I'm down a command dice though.
Yeah.
Man, starting today really sucks. And that's it for you, right?
Yep.
All right, back to the Americans. I need a 3. Okay, I can get him, and I got all my senior leaders. All 3 of them, and a 3. So I guess I better get that junior leader out of the road, huh? Probably a good idea.
He's got a clean shot at my machine gun.
That's true. Got a rifle too. First thing I'm gonna do before I move him, I'm gonna use him to call in the mortar onto the machine gun. 1 hit. Maximum damage. Point of shock. Okay, now he's gonna move 3d6
This way.
straight up the road. Lieutenant Spears. Actually, he's just gonna move this way. 8 inches. Okay, so he moved back here, kind of hanging out with the bazooka. So the platoon leader now is going to have this machine gun team fire at the pin squad. This machine gun team is going to fire at this squad. And I'm even going to have the bazooka fire around at that squad. So I'm thinking the bazooka probably needs 6s. I have no idea how it works. It does have range bands, but it can fire HE. We'll just say 6s. Yeah.
Had hard to argue with that.
The dice gods love it on this man. Okay, so 2 hits, -1 cover, so you're in hard cover, so you're down to soft cover on these guys here.
Okay.
So roll your saves.
So what do I?
Soft cover.
So how many? 2?
2. So 1 point of shock. Woohoo. And they are broken.
Woohoo!
And I have no way to end the turn. So they're going to fall back 2d6 plus 6 directly away from the firing unit. Alright, so that unit's broken actually. You can put a broken token on them. So now this machine gun... Wait. That was the bazooka that did that, huh?
Yeah.
That was a hell of a bazooka shot. So actually now I can fire both machine guns at that squad, so... Alright. Okay. This is all academic, because as soon as the turn ends, I'm dead. There's no way I'm going to get that... There's no way for me to get the senior leader out of that unit. If I roll an end turn, he breaks, or he routes. If I had a medic, I could run over there and heal him and he could run off. But as it stands now, the only way for me to get him up is for the turn to end. But at that point, he's going to run off. So anyway, we'll see how much damage
He's got to get up to run off, right?
He'll get up and then break, or route. So 2, 4, 6, 7 hits.
On these guys?
Yep.
So 4 and 3.
Okay.
So let me check my...
Should have brought a medic.
4 on the rifles.
1 point of shock.
3 on the...
1 dead.
Woohoo!
Check your leader again. No, so dead machine gunner and 1 point of shock on the rifles. Actually, I'm not in a bad position. I mean, I'm in position to actually win this game, except
for that.
for that. That is going to drop my force morale so low as soon as the turn ends. But if I get some 3s and start pulling shock, I have a chance. Assuming no one rolls a 666.
Well, now would be a good time to just end the game, I think.
If you roll a 666 here, I think it's pretty much over. If I can get some 3s and get that shock under control, I have a chance. Double 6. Real close. Damn.
Damn close. Like, shock-free unit.
So this rifle squad, or rifle team, which is what's left over of that squad, moved up. You're still not within 4 here, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And then this squad can't move. So
Tried, but failed.
all right.
Put my machine gun on Overwatch.
Okay.
Got my chain of command dice.
Just don't roll 666.
4 5s.
Just don't roll 36s, man. No.
Oh!
They give me a chance to recuperate.
Oh, wow.
That's could be the game. So, well, first of all, finish what you're going to do. You got a 2. All right, so he's just moving them up, and damn. So I got to roll 2 bad. So these guys are going to rout the 2 leaders. So bad thing, and I've only got 5 chain. If I had a 6, I could avoid 1, but I don't. So here we go, leader, senior leader.
Oh!
Yes. Still probably not good, but -2. Could have been worse. And then junior leader. No!
Oh!
I'm at 0. All right, awkward left-handed handshake.
Man, that was close.
We'll come back and wrap it up. Okay,
That's
so
why I was trying to... I had to get up there and put some more shock on those dudes.
all I had to do was get a 3 and pull 1 shock, and that would not have happened. But the dice gods declared that
We'd had enough silliness for one
that
evening.
wasn't going to happen. So, actually, Andre, I felt like I was in a good position. If I could have kept those guys from routing, I had you in a box, literally.
No.
And with these machine gun guys, you had so much shock you couldn't move. I got 20 shots. I could have just pummeled you with the mortar, with the machine gun, wiped them out. And then you had a broken squad, and then just the remnants of a squad. And I had a full squad here. Actually, if you didn't roll 3 6s right then, I was just going to hop over and do a attack on them from behind, wipe them out.
Didn't notice that they were facing that way?
Oh, are they? Suddenly they are, yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, those 3 6s saved your ass.
Yeah, that was...
So, what was your plan?
I assumed that most of the fighting was going to go on in this forest triangle here.
Hold on 1 second. All right, forest triangle, go on.
So I was pretty sure most of my units were going to deploy here. I did make sure that I got one of my, that's part of why I started back so far here with the jump off point, with the patrol phase, was I wanted to have a jump off point over here so I could get a machine gun covering the roadway.
You did that?
Splitting your jump off points and just making it real difficult for you to come across, because you know that's the obvious path through here. And then just try and hold this wooded area. I was going to put one unit out here fairly early to see if you would come up and try and take them on. I probably shouldn't have moved up so far so quickly, but I thought I might be able to beat you to the hedgerow over here, in which case I'd have had you out in the open.
Sort of worked.
It sort of worked until the point where I wound up not getting activation and being able to shoot back at you and just got tore up. But it did pull you up. The bombardment, you know, there's no good defense against that other than having your only 2 units on the table far enough away that they're not both getting hit. I got lucky with the dice on that, and from there it was I just wasn't in as good a position in here in the forest as I thought I would be. You weren't giving me as much to shoot at as I wanted over there, and we couldn't see anything over this way, so it wasn't an ideal situation, but obviously that assault came off fairly well, and
You rolled one more than me. That's all you needed.
well, we both had pretty devastating rolls.
Yeah.
It tore us both up, but I also had a 2 back, so I was gonna, if that first assault didn't win, I might have actually come out better if I hadn't have won the first round, and then I'd have gotten to hit you a second time.
I don't know. It worked out pretty well, I
Well,
think. The way it did.
yeah, but I mean, if I could have taken your senior leader down and then hit you again, you'd have had a lot less firepower.
Right. Who's junior leader routes on a 6 -2? So yeah, my plan was, well, I was in a bad spot to start with just because you had more support than I did as the defender.
You never want that, yeah.
You don't normally want that, but I had plenty of firepower. My plan was I'll put my machine gun here. I thought you might line some guys up along this wall. So I was just going to be two machine guns just covering this entire area. And I was going to drop the barrage. You had these close enough. At one point, you were about less than an inch from me being able to get all 3 of yours under my barrage. Because I measured it out, and it was like, it's almost 18. It's just a little over 18 from this jump off point to this one.
Wow.
So as soon as I didn't get the 1, my whole plan pretty much hinged on getting a 1 on the first or second phase.
Yep.
But I just wasn't getting 1s, and you just kept getting 5s, and by the time I got a 1, you already had a dice. Or you were within 1 of having a chain of command dice already,
Yeah.
and it's like,
and I
okay,
wasn't thinking that was that big of a deal, but I forgot. Well,
that was a big deal.
on the barrage, you got to be ahead on the dice, and having the 2 triple 6s this game, both of those really knocked the wind out of you.
Yeah, I was only able to keep the barrage going 1 time, and then tried to recontact the battery, and they're like, sorry, we got other priorities now, and that was all my support.
Yeah.
But I was to the point where I was kind of actually starting to feel confident because I had you pinned in. You couldn't do anything. You had nothing left but a machine gun that was not doing anything except covering an empty road.
Yep.
And I thought, man, I could pummel him. I can make it so we can't move because he'll have so much shock, and then I can just 20 shots. I got my senior leader here. I could do it on a junior leader. I mean, there was no shortage of dice that I could use to fire this machine gun squad every single time. The only thing that really screwed me was the smoke that I threw. That wound up costing me more hits than it saved me.
Oh, huge. But you never would. I mean, when you made that attempt to cross the road, you had to have a decent chunk of smoke out there. And
I thought I was going to make it, but to tell you the truth, it didn't even dawn on me that you had enough room here to put a squad in and shoot at them. I thought, okay, 10 shots with a 6, I could probably make it, but I didn't. Don't remember if I didn't have a dice that I could interrupt and run or finish the move.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I was kind of surprised that you didn't time it so that you were bringing, multiple groups across at the same time, just so that you could get a base of fire over here. And I only had so much shooting at you in the open I could do, but it all went on to one team.
But I didn't. I had one maneuver squad, and then the other squad was my machine gun squad. I mean, they're not supposed to be running around. They're supposed to be providing a base of fire.
Yeah,
Both of my other squads were over here.
Except they didn't have anything to shoot at.
Not for a long time. Until these guys got here.
Came in, yeah.
And then it was game on. But I was fully expecting a firefight kind of between here. And then my barrage was just going to cover these 2. Mm-hmm. And I was going to move and try to capture that one, I think. I don't remember exactly what my plan was. I know it was to cover these 2 with the barrage, and then cover this area with my machine guns, and then probably move around this way. But, I mean, that plan fell apart the very first phase when I didn't get a 1, and then I get another 1 again.
Well, and then I started with the double phase and what, 2 5s?
Well, yeah, you had 5, at least 5 or maybe even a full dice by the time you even got a 1.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, well, there goes that plan. But yeah, all I needed was 1 freaking 3
To
to
pull
pull
a shot.
They'd still be pinned,
But
but they wouldn't break. And then I could have finished you off with my machine guns and my mortar. But
yeah.
it is what it is.
No, I was scrambling trying to, okay, I got to get up there to put a couple more shock on them till the turn ends.
Right.
I got to get these guys off the wall, but I was pretty hurt at this point.
Only the dice gods saved your ass, Andre.
Well, I'll take it.
I wouldn't complain about that. So anyway, that's it for this one. Just a quick pickup game. Next week we'll probably go back to sharp practice again. I'm gonna have to write up another good doctor scenario, but that shouldn't be too hard. Plenty of options there.
Yeah. And summer's coming up here soon, and I'll have time. I'd like to get back to the road to Sterling.
Yes.
which
Yes, definitely.
Some of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. What's he talking
The road
about?
to Sterling is it was a scenario that Andre made, but it was supposed to be a kind of like the doctor is.
Well, it was, definitely planned as a campaign. Just never got past writing the first one.
Yeah, but he'll have time in the summer, so when he's off. And again, check out the Patreon page. Got some good stuff on there, and the Facebook group as well. And yeah, I guess that's it. So hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Also, real quick, a PS. I would like to give honorable mention to the hand granaten that Andre did. We were just talking about it, and without doing that, he probably would have lost that assault, and this never would have happened. So that hand granaten actually added some shock, which pushed me over the edge and probably, I think, killed the guy
It
or
took you
two.
down a couple dice, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a good use of that. The only thing I'm not really 100% sure is if you have to have line of sight to the unit before you do it. Because technically you started out of line of sight, and then, but I mean, he knew where we were. He knew we were in the woods over here by the hedge, so running into grenades, boys.
Yeah, the whole 4-inch, you go to hand, but where do you actually start the hand-to-hand? When do you fire?
4
when do you
inches.
pull out a grenade? When
it's
do
not
you
even
just wave and say hi?
It's not even necessarily hand-to-hand. It's just close-range firefight.
Yeah.
Could be hand-to-hand, but
Well, and yeah, it's for game expediency, a lot of things get more complicated than they ought to be. So I understand. How do you throw hand grenades at an enemy that you can't see from all the?
well, that's the whole point of a
Terrain.
hand grenade.
Well,
You don't have to see.
this is true too.
But anyway, yeah, that's maybe the second time we've ever used hand granaten.
I think
Out
you
of all
did
the
it
games
to
we
me
played?
once a long time ago.
I think I've used it once, but I know you've never used it once.
I know. That's definitely the first time for me.
But it's a good rule. I mean, you got 3 grenade hits, which is 6 HE hits.
yeah, no, it's
which is not bad.
it's a very powerful.
It's like getting hit by a light howitzer.
Well, and I think the time you did it to me, if I remember correctly, I was in a building, and
Oh,
it
it's
was
even
just
worse, yeah.
absolutely devastating.
I think it's 3 HE hits. Then,
Yeah.
So.
So, no, it's a great thing to keep in mind. It's just not, for some reason, doesn't seem like it comes into play that often that the Germans are assaulting the situation where it happens, or we just never think of it.
I don't really think of it. Another thing too, Andre, that I just realized when I was looking at that thing, the chart, the minimum range for this is 24.
Oh,
So technically I couldn't have been shooting at them. But I should have been shooting at that machine gun earlier, is what I should have been doing with the mortar. So,
yeah.
but didn't affect the outcome. So anyway, that's it, and we'll see you guys next week.